So you really think that's the murder weapon?
It's possible. I mean, what's it doing in a porcupine?
So someone hid it in there?
I don't know. Maybe.
Well, you know what? It doesn't matter. That's not the point. The point is it's in our room, and the police don't know what to do with it.
Whoa, wait a minute.
What? We have to call the cops.
No way.
Apparently, before Matthew was injured, he and Destiny became very close.
Destiny's pregnant.
Wow, that's big news.
Huh.
What?
It's just, at school, everyone was talking about it, and I kind of defended Destiny. Not that she needed it, she basically mopped the floor with those kids.
Oh, that's Destiny.
Yeah, she's really cool. She kind of reached out to me last year.
She was always there for Matthew, too.
So, it's true? She's having his kid?
Yes.
You're probably not crazy about the timing, but...
This baby is our grandchild.
You said something about wanting to be part of its life.
Oh, well, not if Felicia Evans has anything to say about it.
Well, I mean...
No, I don't blame her. I really don't. I just... It's not her fault. It's my fault. I just went about it all wrong. And now she won't even speak to us unless it's through her lawyer.
Here you go, ladies. Trust me, they are delicious.
Well, cooking relaxes me. You'd think the last thing I'd want to do is stand over a hot stove after a long day, but I don't know, something about using your hands, whipping up something for your family, gathering them all around the table. Well, I don't know, it just restores me, helps me sleep at night.
I wish I were like that. When I come home from court, I'm lucky if I have the energy to order takeout.
Are you still practicing? I mean, I don't mean now, but...
Oh, yeah. Why?
You know, we can talk about this some other time, sweetie. You just lost your husband, and I don't need to...
I welcome the opportunity to talk about something else. Danny told me that Destiny's pregnant. There are a lot of legal issues with an underage mother.
Destiny is fine. It's Nora Buchanan. You know, I know that family is going through hell, what with Matthew in the hospital all these months, but Nora has latched on to this baby like it's the answer to her prayers, and frankly, I just don't know what to do.
Wish I could have been at school with you today. Was it horrible?
Well, everybody knew. Kind of hard to hide. I could hear them all talking about me behind my back. But that's how they are, you know? I mean, look at what they did to Shane Marasco, who totally had my back today. He was awesome.
Good for him.
Plus, I've got you and Sean and my parents. So don't worry about me. I'm okay. You're the one who just lost the man who you thought was your dad.
Let's not talk about him anymore, okay? Sorry, I want to focus on something happy. Like you and your baby. Victor wasn't all bad, Todd. He loved our kids. Especially Jack.
What kind of love is that? Jack locked a woman in a basement. She died.
No, it was an accident!
So why can't Jack just admit it then? He needs to take responsibility for what he's done.
Victor was trying to protect him. He didn't want him to go to jail.
And where the hell were you, Blair, huh? Tell me that. Where were you? When Jack was picking on a kid who has asthma, a kid who has cancer, locking some woman in a basement, killing her, and then blaming it on some other brat? Where were you? Getting your hair done?
Just so I'm clear, you are changing your story because when you woke up at the hospital, you said you didn't remember anything. You didn't even know Victor had been shot.
Because I had a concussion. But I'm better now. I got my memory back. You should be happy for me.
I'm thrilled. So now you're saying you remember what happened, even though you were knocked out at the time.
Not at first. It was thundering. I had my keys out. I heard a noise behind me. I turned and I saw Todd.
You saw him?
Just a glimpse. That's when he knocked me out. Hit me over the head with the gun.
But you're sure it was him?
Positive.
So you're telling me that Todd Manning knocked you out? Is that it?
Not even close. I know what happened when he shot my dad.
Call them.
Aubrey. Or should I call you Christine, since Aubrey's the name that you used to scam one of Landview's most prominent citizens.
Your point?
My point is, that we're not exactly popular with the police right now. So we show up with a murder weapon, they might try and pin the murder on us.
What? We didn't even know Victor Lord. Why would the police think we had anything to do with his murder?
Because it's convenient. All right, the press has been screaming for an arrest, and we show up with a murder weapon in our pocket.
You mean our porcupine?
You know how they are. They're relentless. They'll keep digging and digging until they find something to link us to the murder. And then it's bye-bye you and me.
Wait, hold on a second, Cutter. What is going on? You've been acting really weird since your sister got here. What aren't you telling me?
Destiny's parents hired a lawyer?
Sorry, but if you guys don't mind, I have a ton of homework to go do.
First day of school?
That's what I said.
So what's going on?
They blew it.
Destiny was all set to have the abortion with our support. She should be looking at colleges right now, planning her future, and she would be if Nora hadn't caught wind of it and convinced her to cancel the procedure. And she says to her that she and her husband will raise the child. Please.
And that's not something Destiny wanted?
She hadn't even had a chance to think about it. And we don't need some stranger stepping in. My husband and I are perfectly capable of taking care of our daughter. And look, don't get me wrong. I feel for Nora. I do. But she has no right to come in and just take what she wants. Then she shows up with a legal document outlining her rights to her son's child and...
I see.
And this is what I really didn't like. She offered to represent us in the matter.
That's a conflict of interest.
You think? I told her we can get our own lawyer. Thank you very much.
Mrs. Evans, are you asking me to represent you?
No. No, honey. I'm sorry. You just lost your husband. But before this, I'll be honest, I was going to ask you about it.
You were there at the Buenos Dias when my mom got all ticked off at Mrs. B.
Yeah, I remember they were not happy with each other.
But what I don't get is what my mom wants. I mean, does she want to raise this baby? Or is she just mad that Mrs. B is getting all possessive?
Well, what do you want? It's your baby.
Don't you dare blame this on me.
Where were you, huh? And I'm not saying it's your fault, but it's not mine either. As far as I knew, Victor was Jack's father.
You've always been Jack's mother, so how could you let something like this happen?
What do you mean, let something like this happen? I didn't know what was going on. Jack was going to school. He was making decent grades. How was I supposed to know that he was picking on Shane Marasco?
When you did find out, did you do anything about it?
Well, of course I did something about it. I grounded him. I took away his computer. I made him shut down his MyFace account. He couldn't do anything except come straight home from school. He could go see Victor in the hospital, who was in a coma. God, I thought he was just acting out. I thought he was a boy that was afraid he was going to miss his father, lose his father. I talked to him. I tried to get through to him. I thought that I did. I marched him over to the Balsams and made him apologize. Well, I couldn't even look at those people's faces. But it didn't end there, no. He and his buddy set up some kind of trap for Shane. Yet Gigi fell into it and she died. You think I wanted any of this to happen? God, he's my son.
So you see Todd knock you out, and then what?
I'm lying on the ground, and I see him pick up my keys.
I thought you were unconscious.
No, not totally. Just like, kind of dazed.
See him pick up your keys, and then?
He lets himself in the house. He must have left the door open, because I could still hear him.
And you're still lying on the ground, dazed.
Right. And then I heard my dad say something like, "Hello?" No answer from Scarface. And then I hear him, he says, "Oh my God, what the hell are you doing here?" And then the gunshot.
I don't blame you. It's not your fault. Well, not entirely. Blame Victor.
He was with Jack for 8 years. 8 years is a long time. It's enough.
Well,
it's enough time to turn any kid into
Why
a
don't you
monster.
blame your mother here? What about her in all of this? She switches the two of you and then brainwashes Victor?
Brainwashes Victor to be more like me. Is that what you're saying? That whatever Victor did to Jack, that's something that I would have done to Jack
No,
eventually,
you don't.
right?
No,
well, maybe
that.
Right? Let's consider the genetics, you know. I was not much older than Jack when I did what we both know I did to Marty Saybrook. Maybe if somebody's to blame for Jack's behavior, it's me.
Are you actually taking responsibility for something?
So you heard the gunshot.
Yeah, loud and clear.
And then what?
I don't know. Must have been when I passed out.
Somehow you ended up at the hospital.
Yeah, but I don't know how I got there.
You think Manning took you?
I don't know.
Who else could it have been?
I guess it was him. Maybe he felt guilty. I don't know. He's weird. He's all nice to Sam, but then he kidnaps him. And he kills my dad, but then takes me to the hospital. I don't know why he does anything. All I know is it was him. So did I give you enough? Are you gonna arrest him now?